Hey YouTube, this is Amber with Skyway Acquisition Solutions. We're a management consulting firm that helps federal contractors. Our team is a unique blend of former contracting officers and industry folks. We bring many years and a wide variety of experience, allowing us to provide the best support to help you succeed in federal contracting. This video series is the Skyway Spotlight. Each video you will learn more about our team members and what makes Skyway so special. Let's get started with today's episode. Okay, so today I've got Raymond back with me, and we're going to talk about the how and the now. So the first question to start us off is, how did you transition into your role with Skyway today?
That is a fun story, actually. So my previous company had decided not to continue in the federal market anymore. They merged with two other companies similarly situated to them and took their entire managed cybersecurity portfolio to the commercial mid-market. Completely fine, it made sense. And so I transitioned out of that role and was really excited about what was next for me. Interestingly enough, I had spent probably 3 years working with Kevin and Skyway Acquisitions as a client, and really found the value. I found them through the podcasts, and I'm an avid podcast guy. That's kind of what I do. Okay. And so it really, I started to see how their what we talk about, what Kevin and what Paul talk about, and the topics that they cover were so germane to the problems that I was having and the questions that I was having as what I thought was a fairly novice industry expert, and really started to understand that through their validation, felt a lot more comfortable listening to the podcast, that I was doing sort of the right things. But they helped me also and helped my team really train on a lot of different aspects of federal procurement we had really no idea that we were missing out on. And I told Kevin that when he first approached me 3 years ago, and I reached out and said I was listening to the podcast. Actually, I think you reached out to me, and just found it an opportunity to work with Kevin to understand a little bit more about Skyway. I wanted Skyway to be a a proposal management arm for my small business. Didn't necessarily work out that way, but we continue to utilize the podcast as training opportunities. And so when my prior role ended, I just happened to reach out to Kevin and ask if he knew anyone in the industry that might have been looking to utilize my talents, and that, you know, the standard conversation you have when you're rolling out of a position. And he said, "Hey, I've got an idea. Why don't you come work with me?" And so that started really a great journey of working with the team at Skyway. As the industry side, I think he enjoyed the collaboration that we had always had throughout the years, the great talks that we had, and wanted to extend that and provide an industry perspective, an industry side to the government focus and the government contracting side, contracting officer perspective that we have. So it's worked out.
Well, very good. We're happy to have you. And you kind of answered my second question with, what do you do for Skyway? Since you're not a former contracting officer, you have this industry perspective. So what can you bring that's different than the contracting officers?
I believe I understand the challenges that industry has when dealing with contracting, right? I think I understand a little bit more of the pain points that industry has. We can talk about what government needs and what government's looking for, and we can follow a pattern, and, you know, it's an RFI or an RFQ, and this is how you answer it, right? But I think I can understand even from a small and mid-sized business perspective, the challenges and the hardships that industry can go through when trying to acquire or to start or even extend their federal business. You know, what I do with Skyway is I help with business development, capture management, really the first couple of phases up to proposal management, and then the execution thereafter. I can help with proposal management as well, but there are great contracting officers within Skyway that do that a whole lot better than I ever did. And they certainly, again, understand the voice of the contracting officer. But from my perspective, really helping with targeting, helping companies understand how they're best spending their capture dollars, how they're best spending their business development dollars, and to really help them focus on this big world of federal contracting, to finding their niche and what's going to be the quickest path to revenue and the quickest path to their success.
Which is wonderful and a great addition and a kind of a different perspective, but then diversity to really help kind of give everybody what they need to help be successful.
I hope so. I hope so.
Definitely. So my final question for you is, what do you like best about working with Skyway?
Wow, there's a lot of different things. You know, this is in this different world that we live in. Everything is so remote, and we don't get an opportunity to spend a lot of time with our counterparts and the people that we work with. It's been ingrained in our culture at Skyway. I guess it's interesting to say we have a culture at Skyway, being as disparate as we are, and it's great. And it starts with Kevin, and it starts with the leadership, and it really kind of proliferates to all of us. We understand that we're here to help, and that's really what I love best. There's a camaraderie. Again, we talk about relationships, but there's relationships that develop within our teams at Skyway, that industry and government, who typically have been, you know, at opposite sides of the coin, really find that we speak the same language. And I've found that working with the team here at Skyway. And so the collaboration with the team, understanding more about contracting officers' perspective has been just frankly eye-opening for me. And I'm learning every day when I talk to these guys and gals. It really is. So it's a long way of saying I love the culture, and I really love the people that we work with and the people on our team. It's a great mission. It's a great thing that Kevin and that we've built at Skyway, and it's an exciting team to be a part of.
I couldn't agree more. And I love that you said it's the mission too. And we're all driving towards the same mission. And it's a good mission. Like, you can definitely get behind it. So very good. And thank you for telling us a little bit about the how and the now. And we'll see you next time.
Sounds great, Amber. Thank you.